Over 1 million Americans have died for the United States. For those people, monuments were built and speeches were made. Now we're in a war with ourselves. A war on the helpless members, our unborn children. Abortion is one of the most controversial subjects of all time. By the end of this, I hope to show you why abortion is wrong and immoral. For you to better understand, I will answer some questions about the unborn child, give you some statistics and complications that accompany it. Now let's think. Have you ever crossed your mind, like, when does the unborn child's heart first beat? When does the unborn child start having brain activity? How about when does the unborn child start feeling pain? Well, somewhere between the 18th and the 25th day is when the child's heart starts to first beat. About 40 days into development, brainwaves are recorded. 9 weeks from conception, structures are developed to make the baby feel all the pain. The earliest the baby can be taken from the womb is about 20 weeks into pregnancy. Can you imagine being 20 weeks pregnant and having your baby taken out? Along with all these questions and all these unborn babies, abortion comes with a lot of complications. AfterAbortion.org says that there are about 100 plus different complications that result. Minor things come as bleeding, minor infections, abdominal pain, and vomiting. Major complications: ripping of the uterus, convulsions, cervical injury, and endotoxic shock. Worst outcome ever is sterility. Could you imagine killing a baby just to know that later on in life you may never have babies again? I believe, and many other people believe, that that's the worst thing that could possibly happen. Statistically, only about 7% of women have an abortion because they're rape or it's some sort of incest. Majority of women abort babies because they feel that they're not responsible or unready to have the child. They're not fit or unstable, or they just don't want the child. I can say that I have a friend that fits into the 25% of women who had to abort a child because they felt like they weren't responsible. She told me that she would live every day with the guilt knowing that she had to kill a baby because she couldn't support it, that she wasn't stable enough, and that the fact that of who the baby's father was. So now, at about 19 years old, she's going to have to live her whole entire life knowing that that baby could have grown up to be somebody's daughter. The baby could have grown up to be the next president of the United States, but we'll never know. So now you see that abortion is just not right. 42 million unborn children are killed a year. That's 115,000 unborn babies a day. One of those children could have been your neighbor across the street, could have been your child's girlfriend or boyfriend, could have been the next president of the United States. Remember the story of my friend and the guilt that she has to feel every day about making her decision. Place what she experienced among young teens and women around the world. Abortion is just not the way to go. Weigh your options and take up an alternative like adoption. Just don't take away an innocent life.